welcome everybody to the final day of ProBots here on ESChamp. This is our, well, not the totally final day. Our finals day is actually next week.
Penultimate. Say penultimate.
This is the penultimate season ender here. This is our round of 4. We have 4 bots remaining, and only 2 will go on to our grand finals. So that means we have 2 best of 5s for you tonight, and 2 bots will get eliminated. And Ender Sword, are you hyped or what?
I am hyped. I think we've been building up to this in both group and bracket form, and now we're going, one man. Neither of them are men; they're bots. But somebody's going to make it.
One almost sentient being will make it through.
Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen, and I think these are going to be really good ones.
Yeah, let's look.
We've got. We've got this bracket, which we will bring up.
Yes, thank you again. This is day 6, or what is it? Yeah, day 7. I'm sorry, day 7 of our season 2 here, and these are the remaining 4 bots. We did group stages for the first time this season, and that filtered into this round of 8, which we just did last week, and then here we are with our Zerg versus Zerg and our Protoss versus Terran matchups here. So that means we're guaranteed at least one Zerg in the finals. That's true. Seems about average for ProBots these days.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And then we've got the PVT to round it out. And these Zergies are going to be good. I think both of them capable of big macro games. Evilzoe capable of cheesy type games as well. And I don't know. I think like all throughout the season, most of this is like you could fairly closely predict what was going to happen, but I think now at this point, I think it's uncertain. Here's Eris though, who looks relatively unbeatable, near the top or at the top, but near perfect to be honest, with the win rate of 95%. So there's not many that can take a game off Eris, but I think that Evilzoe might be one of them.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about the matchup on PostBots last week. That's our show for our Crown Club. And of all the bots, I think, Evilzoe was the contender for best chance to win. Just in a DVZ matchup, it can be so volatile. Who knows what's going to happen here? And again, these bots did get one last round of updates for the round of 8. So who knows? There might be a specific plan in mind for Evilzoe. She is evil after all.
She is.
So I would imagine something nefarious is planned.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You've got to think that going into these final rounds, if you have anything up your sleeve, you're going to pull it out and kind of try and exploit or try and take advantage of any weakness that you're seeing in the other bots. And I think we often get a bot that is kind of the target. For a long time, that was MicroMachine.
But
MicroMachine. Now I think it's got to be Eris, and a lot of people must be entering like both the ladder and these seasons saying like, well, I have to have some plan to play Eris or else what's the point? I'm conceding that I'm not going to win. So you'd think that if somebody was doing updates from the last round that they've got to look ahead and saying, regardless of where I'm in the bracket, if I'm getting to the final, Eris is going to be there or on my way there. So
well, and look at this, though. People have started just barely to forget about MicroMachine, and we've got MicroMachine in another top 4.
Yeah.
And it's just, he's one of the top bots, has been for a long time, and this whole top 4 is incredibly stacked. Negativezero won a couple seasons ago. Eris won last season. MicroMachine has the most wins. This might be our most epic round of 4 to date, Ender Sword. Now that I'm looking at everyone's records. And then Evilzoe with her debut appearance here. Doing well. Obviously, Evilzoe has a couple sister bots that she steals some builds from and learns from on the ladder. Or no, I'm sorry. They learn from Evilzoe on the ladder, right?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Evilzoe's the workhorse.
Evilzoe was the one that was meant to be practiced against, but is now
doing really well.
Yeah, with its mustache and monocle on.
Well, check out our Crown Club, everybody. Before we dive into this, our first best of 3. Again, you get all sorts of cool stuff. You actually will get access to our artwork this season. If you're in the Crown Club, we're going to send that out very soon, I believe, for free. And then we've also got our humans versus bots show match coming up. We've also got, we'll talk about it in just a little bit, Kwin, one of our production managers, is doing the ProBots bounty. This is again a human versus bot show match, and this will be taking place on Saturday in 2 days. I think at 12 p.m. Eastern, something like that. We're going to talk a little bit more about it in just a little bit, so stay tuned, everybody. Get comfy. We have an epic show for you. Again, 2 best of 5s tonight, and I believe our first one is ready, Undersword. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, well, hopefully you're all ready, because it is time for Eris and Evilzoe here on ProBots. Let's go.
Team Eris's
Eris.
Soup Catchers
Evilzoe.
All right, welcome everybody once again. Everybody who is here, get your votes in. Who do you want to win? Looks like Evilzoe is actually a little bit favored at the moment. Everyone
Seems like it.
on the side of evil.
That's it. We always ask the cop-out question: who do you want to win, instead of who do you think is going to win?
No lose choice, exactly.
Yeah, so that no one can be wrong, really.
Well, and we're getting at the point where the other way around, who do you think will win? That's almost going to be a harder. That's almost impossible to answer at this stage. Eris obviously favored in this matchup, but all these bots so evenly matched at this point that it's I don't know. It's hard to say who's going to win. Ooh,
We can
did
say
either. I don't think either Overlord
I
saw
think
each
they
other.
did see each other. The rooting is too far. Evilzoe not only going for the early pool, but going for the early Roach Warren. The other Eris's pool is basically on pace with the Roach Warren. So it looks like we're going to get a pretty early 1-base attack out of Evilzoe. And a lot of people have kind of said that the way to attack Eris may be this ultra early attack, taking advantage of Eris's perceived greed and getting
hit
sometimes
the economy, right?
Yeah, Eris will sometimes go up to 4 bases without taking a gas. So this seems to be a direct attempt to counter that, but let's see how it works with roaches.
Yeah, no, and I'm looking at updates here again to see if there was anything specific. Doesn't look like, at least on our end, we've been told about anything cheeky that they might do. Just some updates here. Looks like Eris has some improved control, some improved Ravager control, new flanking system that isn't successful all of the time, but that we're seeing the Zergs get a lot stronger with that, being able to surround and just overwhelm armies really efficiently. It's like Eris needs something else to be scarier. Oh, what was it? I was just hearing something the other day. I guess negativezero hasn't been using his mining to the fullest efficiency. Apparently, you only need, and I didn't know this, apparently you only need, with speed mining, 2 workers per mineral patch, even for the far ones.
Yes. Makes sense.
Look at it. You can see him zooming there. And yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought at least 3 for some of the far ones. And even
not with that cool acceleration. So Ravager's coming in here now. 3 of them out. We'll start bombarding the Queen here, and we'll take one down.
But she did.
Yep.
There's wow. Yeah, no defense here. You were right.
Yeah, there's nothing at all. A big flood was coming, or is coming, but will this group up and attack well?
No, because they're all getting picked off.
So far they're not, but here comes the second wave from the top.
There we go. Okay. Well, they will get one surround. Even oh, these Ravagers are doing so much damage though. So much lost mining time. I'd say 4 Ravagers. That was super worth it.
Yeah.
Even got some of the eggs killed.
Yeah, I mean the difference though will be
maybe not super
like the worker. Yeah, the worker count is very much in Eris's favor because she's gone up to 3 bases, and now has some lings that should be able to hold the rest of this like fairly easily. So it's a matter of if this tech path is working. Yeah. I think I agree. If it was just roaches instead of going to the
Read my mind,
Ravagers,
Endersword.
it might have been, yeah, it might have actually been better.
Yeah, no, more roaches, I think. Yeah, just would have been a little beefier. They could have stood their ground a little better. Yes, you want some Ravengers mixed in, but Evilzoe has pulled back a little bit and looks like it's just going to... Wow, is this just a one base all in? Could have sworn Evilzoe expanded past this. Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll see if she realizes that this is like shut down now, and see if there's a signal to just kind of abort and see if we can roll into something else.
And now this has not been worth it at all.
Yeah.
Nice kills there.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've now got more than double the workers on Eris' side, 3 bases up, enough lings to really launch a dangerous counterattack, really.
Yeah, to the point where I think it would just win the game.
Yeah, I think
So dangerous, it would just outright kill Evilzoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing here. Maybe if Evilzoe held the ramp, but Eris is just busy killing rocks. Might wait for third base and a little bit more army supply. Oh, yeah, Eris usually waits until about 200, right? Till the full-on attack
Yeah,
starts.
Eris usually is, not too aggressive, even if she's winning.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not reading chat there. Oh, okay. So, Mind Me is looking at some replays there. It still might be better to long distance mine. With no miner on the far patches, seem to be a matter of frames. Oh, okay. So it's such a negligible difference to have for that third worker, I guess, on the far patch.
Uh-huh.
It's just it's like milliseconds in the scope of 10 minutes or something. So, it's,
Makes sense.
I don't know. Yeah, no, you guys definitely know way more than me about this. You're the ones testing and playing around with this way more. So yeah, let us know kind of what you figure out, what's the most efficient there, because it seems like the most efficient thing is ever evolving and ever changing. It's new efficiencies are being found almost every week. It feels like
Is
new ways to be.
game
Yeah, this is not good for Evilzoe. This might just be over.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, Evilzoe did get a second base, though, finally. Did try to get out of this. That's something.
Yeah, I mean, at least had, some option to roll out. It's just kind of way too late by the time that kicks in. That it's not really going to matter now. There's a lot of flings everywhere. And we'll see if Eris does finally go in for the kill.
So was there a way that the Ravagers could have done enough damage early on, like if they had focused workers better, or because they were there at a really good time? They got a queen, they got some of the building zerglings before they even hatched. Like,
I think that's why, and I guess maybe that's what the Ravagers are attempting to do, is kind of try and kill
the larva.
Eggs, larva,
The
that
eggs.
sort of thing. But I do think maybe it would have been better if they were just roaches to begin with.
Or just have some zerglings maybe to buffer, or some more roaches to buffer. Like,
You're limited because it's the larva limits you, because you're only on the one base, so you're only going to get you're only really going to get 7 units. But like that's why the 7 roach ravager or rush, or 7 roach rush used to be such a big thing. But I think now that it was ravagers, they mixed that in your first few waves were whatever. But I think given that lings is going to be essentially the only response, potentially doing roaches and then trying to occupy like positions between the minerals to really be efficient, it was kind of the way to go. But
I actually have an idea. Hear me out. What if you got 1 or 2 banelings? Just as you don't even use them to attack, because again, Eris is primarily zerglings the early game.
Yeah.
And if Eris has code to just ignore, stay away from banelings, you'll get blown up. You could just use it as a, like a ward essentially for your Ravagers to sit in a safe zone and just dish out damage. You think that would work?
It may be able to. I don't know if you'd get it quick enough, because now you're adding a slightly higher gas.
True, you need a whole other building.
Like you need a whole other building and more gas. And I think you're trying to be really tight on it, because the longer you wait, like you're taking advantage of Eris taking 3 bases really early. The counter side to that is if you leave it longer, 10 seconds longer, 20 seconds longer, it's an entire new round of larvae.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you're fighting that instead. So I don't know. But that's kind of why I think if you just go straight with the roaches, because then you're a round or two shorter than waiting for the Ravagers to morph in.
Yeah. I do like the Ravagers hitting the larva, though. I thought that was pretty
Yeah, I
clever.
think that was a good idea. Because I think the intent behind that of, again, cutting down the reinforcements from coming out is good. But, again, they're coming from two other bases. So even if you kill the ones in the natural, it's kind of the flood from the main that was going to clean you up.
Yeah. All right. Well, Eris will handily take game number 1 here. Holds off Evilzoe's Evil Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And Evilzoe is going to need to mix things up. Now, I'm sure Evilzoe has quite the amount of builds, quite the list of builds that she can choose from.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see if she'll just stick with cheese or maybe try a little bit more macro game. Because I think a macro game, especially in ZVZ, is totally possible against Eris, right?
Yeah.
You can.
I think it's possible. I mean, we've seen that before where they've both gotten up to with Zoe. They have both maxed out, positioned around the map, and it was a matter of how they engaged and so on. But that's kind of, again, where Eris is just really good at.
Yeah.
So, and because Eris can control a lot of different late game units very well, like the infestors and stuff, and do even like muta backstabs and a lot of things that we haven't even really seen this season because it hasn't had to do it. We've seen people try and get aggressive on Eris in the mid game and then kind of get the muta backstabs happening and stuff to pull the army back. So there's a lot of things that we don't even get to see showcased that are actually really important. So again, metagame wise, it's not an option, but maxing out, you've got to then be able to go toe to toe with that type of army. And I think maybe where the opportunity is kind of, there's essentially like the 2 Zerg maxes. There's the maxed on roaches era, and then there's the max with your tech units. That tends to be how a lot of human games go as well, where that kind of became the meta. You come on, you just fill up on roaches, and then ultimately they're that inefficient supply. You spend your roaches to try and kill some sort of objective.
Trade for damage,
then you remax on what you want it to. And very often Eris's original max will kill you. But yeah, I think Evilzoe is capable of probably holding that original max out, and then it's a matter of going to super late game. But yeah.
Well, let's see. I'd love to get to the super late game here. Again, this is a best of 5, so we're going to have a few more chances here. And let's see what happens in game number 2 as it's ready. Let's go.
Team Eris's
Eris.
Soup Catchers.
Evilzoe.
We're getting something new here, at least. No, actually, Christoph had a really good idea. Send a couple of drones. Do you think that would work? Send a couple of drones with that Ravager rush and start building spines, because that would draw some of the focus, right?
Yeah.
And if they finish, great. Then you've got more damage output. Yeah, that's actually...
I think something like that's viable. Because if you're really hitting that one push, and you either kind of break them then or you don't, and yeah, that could be possible.
I like it. Well, this time we're getting something different. So
because after that push, your limitation again is the larva, not your economy. So you're going to have some reinforcements come, but it's going to be larva based, not your actual minerals.
Yeah.
So it should be fine to spend it on the spines, especially if you didn't spend money to upgrade the Ravagers.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about a roach burrow rush?
I think that's interesting. We've commented a lot on how the roaches burrowing is definitely a play. that they heal really well. People don't really do well with detection on them. They don't
Yeah,
get prioritized
kill
down,
them.
even if they are. Because if they're sitting there passively burrowed and you've got other things up, then things don't target them really. So yeah, we've
Just
seen some
heal.
good play with that. It's and then whether this comes with like burrow movement, I don't know, because it is going to be 2-based, not
I
just
think
one.
eventually it gets there. I think it gets to burrow movement. Yeah, and I think unless Eris goes for maybe just early Ravagers, I think it could be really effective, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
that's kind of one of the only things in ZVZ that'll stop the burrow roaches if you don't have detection necessarily, or
Mhm.
whatever the case
Well,
is.
yeah, and I think again it plays on this idea that if Eris goes for multiple hatches to start, then very often doesn't get gas, and then wouldn't have detection.
Yeah.
And no layer. Very often, like you could probably hit where there's not even a layer yet.
Okay.
So
Well, we'll see.
Maybe.
I believe. I love the burrow play. I think it's been a really nice addition.
Initial link in for the scout here, we'll see the Roach Warren. Eris does respond to scouting, so often Eris's tendency is greed until there is an apparent need to make military units.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to read just in case anybody's joining us for the finals and you're not super familiar with these bots. They do have various special traits and stuff that are submitted to us, and Eris actually is based off of another bot, Spiny, right? It was kind of Spiny, and then they grouped up as a team, and now Eris is the evolved form of that, essentially. And yeah, it's just been very strong for quite a few seasons now. Really good on the fly decision making. Almost feels like a machine learning bot, just the way it plays and stuff. It's just so reactive and so able to adapt.
Yeah, it has a lot of that feel. It seems like really picks up on what scouting information is. And yeah, right there, knowing
Like that.
knowing that the burrow is coming. And I like this because it's not like it just kind of picks that up despite not seeing like a cloaked unit is obvious. But it kind of knows that burrow has been.
Well, you would have to see it burrowing, right? Or moving while burrowed.
Yeah. Because I don't think it can read like the skins. A human can see that there's extra spines on the roaches. I don't know if it can see that.
Oh,
If that's part of the API, I don't know.
that's a good question.
I kind of don't think so. But yeah, here comes the
evil. Wait.
now.
Oh, I thought Eris was attacking before too. I was like, wait a second. No, it's Evilzoe attacking with the roaches here. But there is a pretty staunch defense here. A lot of queens, a lot of roaches for Eris. And yeah, this just gets held.
Yeah.
Oh no. No detection though. Did
yeah,
the burrow even get utilized there? Oh yeah,
there's one, but I kind of had the same question. As some of them were dying, they weren't burrowing.
Yeah.
And I kind of did expect that to
bit
happen
more.
more because it's kind of the point of the whole thing.
Well, a little background on Evilzoe as Evilzoe regroups here. Evilzoe was actually a Drone Rush practice partner for Zoe, who we've also seen in ProBots. And a lot of the time, the cheesy builds that Evilzoe would do to try to test Zoe and, push Zoe to the limit ended up winning. So, does rely heavily on data as well from previous performances.
Yeah, you could see that list of build orders at the start of the game. So Evilzoe is going to continue to poke in here at the natural. I'm not sure that this is going to be the best engagement spot. And with the doing a fairly good job at avoiding Ravager shots and burrowing a bit, but one, there's burrows on both sides now, so you're kind of in a losing battle. But also pushing into that, you're really pushing into a much stronger concave that's reinforced with queens, as well as the Ravagers, and you're just not really gain a foothold. I think given the size of that force, if Evilzoe could have maneuvered around and attacked the third base, then potentially there'd be an opportunity to get some damage done.
Does Eris know if this roach is there? Because it tried to bile it. Oh, okay, there.
Yeah.
Eris could have iled that again and killed it if it knew it was there. Right?
Yeah, I think so. And I
This
don't
is-
know.
this
There
is
hasn't been an
super-
attempt to add burrow movement because I think that would help here as well.
For
But
Evil. Well, no, it's coming up now for Evilzoe.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a third base. I was gonna say this was just super all in out of Evilzoe, but oh, there's a Zergling under it.
Negligent blocking.
Oh, no.
Good old burrow. Good old burrow.
Eris knows about it, but Evilzoe knows about it, but there is no detection. I don't even see an overseer being made. I don't think Evilzoe has a hive or lair.
There, yeah. Yeah, maybe not. And if that's the must because there's burrow.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the
Yeah.
overseer. Oh, jeez. Had me scared there for a second.
Yeah, I think this is again just kind of a little maybe too far behind the 8 ball to catch up here. Eris is about 20 supply ahead, which isn't too bad, but having 2 extra bases or very soon 2 extra is pretty hard to come back from. I think you've got to get something. You're coming out relatively even is not really good enough. You've got to do something that is doing damage or it's not going to work out.
Oh, yeah, something effective. Something. Yeah. Oh, Evilzoe, this is a much more macro game, so Evilzoe actually has been able to mostly secure her side of the map. There's a lot of creep spreading for both these bots. Very even, actually, almost identically even with the creep spread. But yeah, there's just so far behind. Evilzoe is just so far behind from those attacks that, yeah, it's going to kind of take a miracle here, I think. Or maybe just not even a miracle, just time to get into the late game and maybe if they can both get up to 200, maybe all of a sudden Evilzoe can take a really good engagement and start snowballing. That's
always a possibility. You just kind of catch someone in a horrible concave, catch someone in a bad position, flank at kind of a weird time, and it might work. You can gain an extra 40 supply on it, but it's tough to do that.
Well, good luck catching Eris out of position.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen. All right, well, there are the mutas you were talking about. Even a Baneling nest coming down.
Yeah.
Eris doing a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, once Eris is kind of confident, she does just check to basically everything.
Yeah, might as well. You got the money for it.
Right through the choke here, and that was kind of an area, if you were going to try and hold it, through that middle choke would be a time to do so.
Yeah,
but now we see, unfortunately, what we've seen, 100 times before, of a superior army fighting one that's a little weaker, but the little weaker one won't fight because it's too afraid, and you're not going to come back by losing bases.
Like right here, yeah, you should 100% be engaging right there into that
top of the ramp. You can get a concave. You've got a reasonable force. It's not like it's double the size of the army. It's a bit bigger. You can take a positional fight.
Yeah. Oh, Evilzoe is just going to keep backing up until Eris is all the way in her main or into the main base there. And
okay,
I think this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah, going with drone, so you can tell that this is meant to be a win or die sort of fight.
There we go. That's what we need.
Yeah, this is getting pretty good.
That's a little better. Eris still has the bigger army supply. I think a lot of that's caught up in the production. Yeah. But Evilzoe does barely push that back, but so many workers lost. The economy is just too far behind, I think.
Yeah, note there's a carapace advantage here, too, for Evilzoe. So
nice.
Those roaches are significantly stronger.
Oh, and the range now, too.
Yeah.
So it's only going to be a brief upgrade lead, but...
Yeah.
Oh, no, keep going. Keep attacking Evilzoe. Keep going.
Yeah, the question is it enough now to push back? We've got a stream coming down across the map here, and still in an overall pretty good position. But there come fungals, and the moment you get some of these tech units involved, that really shifts the tide of battle. And then of course there's mutas somewhere that have been starting to be made.
Were they? I see the greater spire on the way.
Yeah, I saw them in the production tab at some point. I'm not sure where they are.
I think Eris. Oh yeah, okay. There's some now. I was gonna say maybe Eris changed her mind and was just like, no, I'm gonna build brood boards instead because the state of the game changed. But
yeah.
Oh, the state of the game is Eris is at 200 supply. Evilzoe is at 50. And I think we're going to have a 2-0 lead, putting Evilzoe on her last life here.
Yeah.
In our round of 4. This was a better game, though. This definitely a lot more evenly matched.
Yeah, I think much better, and shows that Evilzoe does have something that kind of says like when to fight in kind of an all-in situation. You can't retreat anymore, so that's good. That's just, I think, an improvement over the previous season, although that was Zoe, but
Yeah.
I imagine very similar. Yeah, so having that sort of like, we've talked about it, kind of the I can't retreat anymore code in it makes some sense. So it's saying like, well, if I'm losing my natural anyway, there's no point. I'm going to go on with my drones. But yeah, maybe just a little too far gone then.
All right, Eris takes game 2. All right, good stuff, though. Oh, yeah, and everybody, make sure you subscribe to ESChamp ProBots on YouTube. So you're on ESChamp right now. But if you go to ESChamp ProBots, we have another channel. Our next milestone is 500 subs. So if you want just some extra content, some clips and highlights from various games and stuff like that, and all the shows we do, yeah, go check it out. Give it a follow or subscribe or whatever that's called.
Yeah.
All right. Game 3. What are we gonna see? What can Evilzoe do? She's tried the cheese. I'd say this one was a little too cheesy as well. I think Evilzoe just needs to go for a straight macro game to have a chance.
Could be. I almost, you need to see a straight macro game that has a early speed bump in it. I think. I think if you I've talked about like last week and a few other times, like the idea of like you doing something that provokes your opponent to do something that kills you. Eris kind of doesn't have that. So if you poke at it and make Eris make 20 units, the 20 units don't come attack you.
Yeah, so you might as well.
And then if it seems safe, Eris will go back to droning. So you can potentially use that as a, let's see if we can make Eris slow down or hit something like a third or prevent something while I expand behind it, and then roll out of it with some advantage. And that's possible.
Okay.
So something like that is, but I don't think I just get the feeling if you sit back and try and purely macro up, then you're probably going to lose.
You're just going to be behind.
Right? Yeah.
Eris is so good at macro. Yeah.
I think you got to do something, but it may not have to be an all-in.
Catrock wants to see a Ling Flood build.
Yeah.
That could be all in. That could be all in or not all in, though.
Yeah.
That could go either way.
Depends what you build it off. Yeah. Exactly.
So like you said, just to send a wave and screw up what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see here. Game 3 is ready. Eris versus Evilzoe. Evilzoe on her last life. Let's go. Oh, it's coming, everybody.
Team Eris's.
Eris.
Soup catchers.
Evilzoe.
What info? Oh yeah, no. We're gonna talk about our ProBots Bounty show match. Our production guy Kwin will be playing the bots. We'll talk about that after this series a little bit. So again, make sure you join the Discord. That's where that's going to be taking place. You might be streaming on Twitch or something too. I don't know. We'll get all the details worked out. All right, here we are. Game 3, Curious Minds.
So
what did Evilzoe choose?
Well, we got a 12 fool with an early gas.
Oh snap!
And no additional drones. We're just gonna speed mine with what we got here, and we got
you get your wish, Ketrock.
Yeah. I don't even know if this is a Ling Flood though, so much as it is.
Well, we'll see. Hold on. Maybe they build up and wait. I think they wait till speed's done, right? No, never mind.
They gotta go.
They just go.
I'd imagine, but yeah.
I would try to get them out and hide them. Try to hide them.
Yeah. I mean, there's almost no
knows.
point because of the speed. Yeah, that's here. Like the pool's not done yet, so
That's true.
no matter what, like the lings were going to be there before the pool's done. So it's not like Eris can do anything about it.
Mhm.
It still has to wait for that pool to finish, and then was going to make. See, they're here before
For the
it's
workers,
even done, so you're going to make lings anyway.
they're gonna go for the hatch. Actually, a hatch kill would be really, really good. What do you think would be better, the hatch kill or disrupting the mining? Because there are 8 lings on the way right now.
Yeah, if you could have somehow killed all the drones, then that's better. But
It
forcing
is
them
gonna be
down,
a hole.
forcing them down here and then killing them actually is even better. So I don't know what they're doing.
They're
right
suiciding for the base.
Yeah, I
They
guess-
want the hatchery.
now. I guess they are, but I don't know that that puts you ahead.
Oh, it's gonna be close. I don't think he's gonna get it though. He does not.
No.
More lings
And-
are gonna come in though.
Yeah, to me that doesn't put you ahead either. I get if he's now going to roll out, maybe, but
I
he's-
don't. Well, there's a second base coming down for Evilzoe. He's got to get the base though. 26 health.
no.
Okay, here we go. A couple more lings
Okay,
coming
these
in.
ones fight because it left.
Yeah, Eris is leaving. Speed's
Okay.
actually going to allow it. Wow.
Okay, so that's something. Only because the army just like abdicated.
The army's like, go back to the main.
Yeah, like screw this. Okay.
Okay.
But I don't know. I still feel like that's not good enough. So now they
Hold
can't.
on.
They're not going to do any more.
I think it will be because
Maybe
Evil.
it's
So
gonna be
Evilzoe's focusing on lings right now. That's the appropriate response because that's what Eris. It's kind of like you said. This is forcing a response. This is forcing more Zerglings out of Eris.
Yeah.
So if Evilzoe was just to drone up, die to the counterattack, right?
I mean, killing random drones going places is probably good.
That's helpful. But this is buying time for that second base to finish, and then Evilzoe can just get a big swell of workers,
Yeah.
and then be on 2 base a lot of workers,
Yeah.
while still having kept the army supply relatively even, enough to defend. I don't know about attacking in here and throwing your army away, though.
The problem you needed to
And
keep
negates all of everything I just said.
Yeah, you needed to keep that.
Attack result, yeah, didn't work so hot, did it?
Well, hopefully this will at least trigger a switch back, but it so far hasn't. We're still sitting on 9 drones.
Yeah, come on, workers. We need a big swell. We needed all those lings alive, and then just a
Yeah.
big swell of workers now that the second base is done. And that would have put Evilzoe in such a good spot.
Yeah, and Zoe just keeps making lings.
Oh, it is the ling rush build, Hendersword.
I mean, it is, but I feel that that part, that part is over now. So we'll see, but I mean, Eris, yeah, still has the army advantage, has the economy advantage, may eventually
hold on.
decide to expand, but I mean, oh,
So if Evilzoe can keep Eris from expanding, eventually those workers will start long distance mining, and Evilzoe in the end will have
we'll pick them off.
more. Whoa, what is wow? Eris in full retreat, but gets like a super big concave. Will just totally take the fight. It's hard to see what the hell is even going on right
it's
now.
The army supply ostensibly the same, but just in very weird positions. And it
Okay,
looks,
Evilzoe actually took the ling fight.
yeah, somehow winning that. Basically, I don't know that you
Queen
get through the
wall,
queens, but that definitely gives
Oh, never.
kind of map control back.
You know, and without that extra money spent on drones, that's that much more money for Zerglings, Endersword.
Hmm.
What is going on right now? Oh my
Yeah,
god,
the
Queen
queens
dies.
retreating like that is kind of odd.
Yeah, they had
but
that
could have
ramp.
just held the ramp, yeah.
Well, he would have lost a couple queens, so it is kind of that bot mentality of I gotta save myself, or the unit's like I gotta save myself. And in turn, it stopped. Even though 1 or 2 queens would have died, all the queens would have held the ramp. Obviously that's the better outcome. But
So Eris now attempting to rehold or retake the natural. Evilzoe still sticking with the Ling Flood, but we've got a Roach Warren down now also for Eris.
uh-oh.
So a couple roaches won't make a difference, but if you start to again get a stable force of roaches, then that's a lot harder to do anything about. Army
Second base
supply
is a
once
bigger
again
worry
even. Yeah,
For me, huh? Say that again.
army supply once again just even.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, but the roaches are going to be worth a bit more here, so this is kind of the last chance. I feel like Evilzoe has to get something done.
Yeah.
It's way too much here. Oh my gosh! If Evilzoe had just droned, This 100% would have been Evilzoe's game, I think. Okay, well.
I think, I mean,
every attack
the
is negative.
real key, and it's kind of a lost opportunity. I think the real key, when all the drones came down to defend the natural, killing them was
just pulling and killing them a little bit. Yeah. Because then you still probably would have gotten the base.
Yeah, you might have. Yeah, you might have still got it. There would have been lanes out, but then I think subsequently you may have saved it.
Okay, well, Eris now has third base. Yeah, somebody thinks that attack earlier was what kind of fixed Eris. Eris was on one base for a while. But I don't know. I think Eris just identified the threat of a lot of lings and appropriately kind of pulled into the main base for a while.
Yeah, I kind of think so too.
There were drones poking around.
Yeah.
She was trying to expand. I don't know. Yeah. Either way, Eris is back on track and totally fine. And that should be pretty much it. Evilzoe very focused on killing all of the rocks. I will say there's only one more, I think. If Evilzoe can get all the rocks, she will win the consolation prize. Yeah. Oh no, there's two more now. There's one here and then one outside of Eris's third. I'm going to be disappointed now, actually, if this last rock doesn't die.
It's true. I don't know if it will.
You have one job, Evilzoe.
Oh, wow. It's too close to the base. Something will come attack.
I mean, it is buying time. Maybe Evilzoe somehow gets like the most miraculous round in all of StarCraft history.
I think you could custom place the units, and they would let us.
They'd still lose.
Yeah, it's just too many queens.
Oh, here we go. The last rock.
Yeah, here we go.
No.
Abandoned.
No.
Abandoned.
What the hell? Evilzoe, you are truly the evilest. Okay, we'll get a couple queens or a queen and a roach or something. Yeah, no, this is over, ladies and gentlemen. Eris will win game 3 and we'll move on to our grand finals. Evilzoe giving us a great show, but just was not able to keep pace with the powerhouse that is Eris these days.
Yeah, we saw a few different types of attempts here, and I think this last one, was the most successful, but again, just kind of decision making a little bit on what to do. I am really surprised that it stuck on the hatch and did not attack the drones that came down.
Yeah.
Or just bypassed it to begin with. Because to be honest, if you're going for that early of a ling attack, you're betting on the pool being on the timing it was on, and you're essentially should be trying to bet on getting in the mineral line before the lings come out.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's when you take that big of a cut on your own economy, just killing the natural isn't even good enough. You need to put it down.
Well, congratulations, Eris and Team Eris. You are moving on to our grand finals. But again, nice show. Evilzoe, her first appearance, making it into the top 4. That is pretty damned impressive, Endersword. Pretty damn impressive. And will win $25 as well. So
yes.
Good job there. All right, Endersword. Let's talk a little bit before our next best of 3 about our show match. We've got our human versus ProBots show matches coming up. You will soon be able to play the bots. We will have a link, I believe, by Monday. So again, join the forum, join the Discord. We'll get those links out so you can all download the client and play against some of our top bots. It's a lot of fun. You should all do it and send us your replays. And what else? Oh yeah, we're also doing the Kaowin show match. What is it? The ProBots Bounty?
Yes.
Are you gonna be able to attend and watch? I don't think I'm around, but
I don't know. I'll try. I'll try
the highlights. You'll be able to watch the highlights if you can't watch it live. Yeah. So make sure you again follow our ESChamp ProBots YouTube channel. I think it'll also be posted here, but go check it out. We're gonna have one of our Masters players, one of our Masters production guys, play against a few of the bots, and every time the bot beats him, the bot will win. The bot authors will win, I believe, $10. So just trying to make this a little exciting and give you all a little bit more content and entertainment. So we'll see how our bots fare against a Masters StarCraft player. Do we know what bots he's playing against?
I don't, but I assume it's all 5 or whatever that we've got. Yeah.
He's playing all 4 bots.
Mm-hmm.
2 times. So that's a lot. He's playing 8 games.
Nice.
That's a lot of StarCraft. Excellent. All right. So again, join the Discord if you want to watch that live, or his Twitch channel if he streams it. And if not, you'll be able to watch the highlights here on ESChamp's YouTube or ESChamp ProBots YouTube. So many channels, so many places you can watch it. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to see it.
True.
All right, that's that. Ender Sword. Let's talk about our next best of 3 coming up. We have one more, or I'm sorry, best of 5 coming up. My mistake. My bad. We've got one more elimination.
Oh, yeah, are we doing that?
Oh yeah, we do a break. Do we? Do we need a break? We've only done 1 series. I'm ready to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we might as well just keep going.
Let's just go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, screw the break. If you need a break, now's the time to do it. We'll delay for a couple seconds here and let you get up and use the restroom, get a snack, whatever you got to do. This is the downtime, quote unquote. But we are going to talk about our bots here. We have got 2 more bots coming up. This is our Protoss versus our Terran -0. Oh yeah, and by the way, somebody update our Liquipedia pages. We're missing a lot of our last 2 seasons. Whoever updates Liquipedia, we would gratefully appreciate it if you go do that. Anyway, -0 won a couple seasons ago. MicroMachine is just an all-time winning bot, but I think -0 has a really good chance here. Oh, okay, there goes -0. Bring back -0. Bring him back.
All right.
All right, there he is. He's number 2 currently on the SC2 AI Arena ladder. That's over at aiarena.net for all you new authors. Go check them out. They have a season currently running. But -0. Somebody's getting arrested. Is that for you, Undersword? They're coming for you?
I don't know. They usually get me with no knock warrants.
That's why you got the door bolted.
Yeah,
anyway, he's got a super high ELO, and that's actually very close to what he's currently at. He's currently at 2194. I think he's got actually, he might have the best chance at beating Eris. We were all saying Evilzoe might have a really good chance. I think -0 might have the best chance to beat Zoe if -0 can beat MicroMachine and move on. Okay, now you can bring MicroMachine.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
You got to get through this beast first.
The same. Win rate's almost the same. MicroMachine just always has like some form of very early aggression that keeps a lot of other bots in check. Like, so that if you're like -0 will often do like the proxy gateways into adepts and etc. And part of like the whole Reaper opening can often keep some of that at bay because you need those resources defensively, or you can't just abandon your base.
-0 is pretty good with that early pressure as well, though, and just constantly doing something, just attacking, harassing, poking around, scouting. Both bots very active. This should be a hell of a best of 5.
It should be quite good, and I don't know what they'll entirely do, because MicroMachine could also adopt something a little bit more fast expansion-y and try and defend that way, and then go later in the game. But don't know.
And there have been updates. MicroMachine did get an update for this round of 8 even. Has a new Terran build, a new Zerg build, fixed some positioning. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. This is -0's map. I lied. I am a dirty liar. No, I do. MicroMachine did get a few little updates recently, at least for this season. I know he did. But those were -0's updates, actually.
Yes.
-0 has a new Terran build. -0's got a new Zerg build. So
MicroMachine mostly changed its portrait.
Yeah, that's
move from the jungle. Move from jungle into space.
Is that where he's at now? Space.
He's in space now with the whatever Columbia shuttle. I don't know if all the shuttles are decommissioned now. It's weird.
So next season, that means he'll probably be on some distant planet somewhere.
Maybe he'll be riding the James Webb Telescope.
That'd be pretty good.
I'm chilling.
But yeah, some good updates here from -0. Definitely will give him a good chance against MicroMachine. But MicroMachine's kind of like that boss that you have to sometimes fight before the big main boss. Sometimes MicroMachine is the big main boss. But these days it feels like MicroMachine's like that second boss that you have to beat before you get to the big boss, where it's the door boss. Still really hard and will kick your butt and take a lot of your items and just make your life generally harder. But
yeah, he's super macho man before you get to Mike Tyson.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, Eris looking definitely like Mike Tyson this year, but I've got some hope that we're going to get a great match here, regardless of the outcome. And again, this is a best of 5 to determine who will move on to our grand finals to face Eris, our waiting Zergbot, and that will be a best of 7 again next Saturday on the 27th, right? Is that the day?
Yes.
The 27th at 12 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you hit the little follow button here, little bell, whatever it is. Check out our Crown Club and all that. We get a lot of bonus content. Well, we're ready. Are you ready for our last best of 5 of the night?
I am quite ready. Yes.
Let's do it. All right, Protoss versus Terran here on ESChamp. Let's go.
Mind me's.
-0.
Rap, RR, and unusuals.
MicroMachine.
We did it. Those are the intros. All right, I was just reading the updates here. A lot of updates from -0. Now can calculate the distance that enemy flying units are from a pathing area to prevent units like stalkers or ground anti-air units from bugging out and trying to kill that unit when it can't reach it. So if it's a little too far over an edge or something like that, and that just that alone is going to be, I think, helpful against MicroMachine, because MicroMachine, not always, but historically has been very good with Banshee harass.
Yeah.
So that could be helpful.
Quite true.
Also fixed a bug with some wrong rush response build versus random bots, but you don't have to worry about that. No random bots left. And yeah, units will group up more often before attacking. Okay, so that's nice too. So it kind of keeps a little bit more of an army composition, we are one type mentality and working together more so, which that could also help out. I don't know. That could also backfire if ghosts hit the field or something.
Yeah,
like
it kind of depends. Bot teamwork, though. Bot teamwork is usually good.
Usually.
It looks like we are going to get the proxy of the gateway, which are probably going to indicate adepts are coming.
Yep.
There's no unit being built out of the first gateway though for -0, and there will be a Reaper coming across.
All right. Reaper versus Adept. Adept usually wins. No, it's not. Wait, is the Reaper out
well,
already?
that's it. The Reaper's out, but
but
yeah, there's no other unit. But luckily for -0, it's also just going to scout around, and it's going to be followed up by a Marine. So no chance for a single Reaper to go in and wreak havoc or steamroll or anything.
All right. Well, shaping up to be a little bit more of a macro game, which I like. I want to definitely see a longer game between these two. I think we're going to have some epic engagements here. And hey, mute your mic again. That was nice. The mic that was staticky in my ear, it just went silent, but then it came back. There we go. That's nicer. Thank you.
Oh.
I didn't even realize it was there until it muted. Oh, the Adept's going to get him. The Adept catches the Reaper. Oh, gets one more shot. Oh, can the Reaper not jump down there? Oh, no, he can't. That's the double high ground. Yeah. He cannot. So a nice... that's already a really good win. Usually... that first Reaper is just almost an indicator of how the game's going to go. If MicroMachine can keep it alive, it just keeps snowballing in his favor. But if you kill that first Reaper, that puts you in a good spot.
Okay, we're about to get this Adept run in here. I don't know if this one will complete. No, but I think the next round will. There is a tank on the way out, and there's a decent number of Marines, but they can be picked off really quick if they engage too soon.
And again, one of the updates was the Adepts are more assertive when killing workers, and they definitely aren't shying away here. They're keeping their distance smartly, but they're taking a really good engagement so far. And Wow, they're cleaning house
Yeah,
right now.
that was very effective. One of them lost. The stalker comes in. There is a tank at the high ground, but it's going to be hard to hold it with them with no marine support, basically.
Yeah, that did
There it
very
is,
little to those adepts. Actually, it just took their shields off.
Yeah.
This
you
might
needed-
actually just be over.
Yeah, you needed something to buffer. You needed that to happen with the Marines still alive. And a Marauder is going to help a little bit. There's a few Marines. There's going to be, I guess that's just a medevac, so that's not going to help too much.
Yeah, I think so. Was the starport maybe just a little too greedy? I think maybe if MicroMachine had just built more army.
Yeah, I mean, a bunker, I
tank
think,
or
fixes
bunker,
a fair bit of it. But, yeah.
Yeah,
You
as far
just
as we
needed
didn't
to
give them-
hold until the tank got established. And yeah, 2 Marauders there with a medevac is
Medevac on the
okay.
green.
But now the switch into Stalkers was also really well done. It was only like really that handful of adepts and then following up with this, which is going to help.
The Marauders are so laughably bad versus
Yeah.
adepts. It's ridiculous. Yeah, no, that is game. Negativezero absolutely takes game number 1 here, which is a very quick 2-base attack.
Yeah.
Which I think it could have been held if MicroMachine had just chose a little bit more aggressive of a build, maybe if you double barracks opener or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, and I think
That was quick.
preoccupied with the proxy, like really scouted a lot with the early Reaper when there would have been a chance to go in and kind of poke and get damage done, or at least force a unit to kind of be more defensive. Eventually did go in with it, but just too late by then. And at Marines, you got to think that MicroMachine knows that adepts are coming from -0. So Marines is pretty much what you're going to do, but without the bunker, they're just too vulnerable to the initial hit. Like when the first group comes in and starts whacking away, 6 Marines versus 6 adepts is no contest at all.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, well, we'll see what happens here. Game number 2 is getting loaded up. And again, this is a best of 5. So definitely not over by any means. Oh, I thought we were going to go now. I thought that said 6 seconds, not 1:06. But we're going to go anyway. Screw that last minute of waiting. Game 2 is ready. Here we go. Negativezero versus MicroMachine. Boom.
Mind me's.
-0.
Rap RR and unusuals.
MicroMachine.
Yeah, he's totally going out to see the James Webb Telescope.
Yes. It's definitely
Right.
maybe like the repairman. A couple of the mirrors got dinged, I think.
Yeah, they did. It was something got damaged, but they had a bunch of redundancies and stuff smartly. Obviously, those people are so fucking
They're
smart.
good. They know what's
They know
up.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ender Sword on 2,000 atmospheres. Are we going to see just some early aggression again out of -0?
I kind of think so. I mean, it won. I don't see any reason for -0 to deviate from basically the same sort of thing. I think, MicroMachine will. Yeah, I think for -0, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Miami's saying he thinks it might be a different build for -0. Well, we'll see as this pans out.
Let's see what it does.
Yeah, ouch.
I mean,
definitely ouch, MicroMachine. No wins. Come on,
Yeah, I mean,
can do better.
similar so far, but I forget if it did. I think it went Nexus Cybercore last time instead of Cybercore Nexus. So
Okay.
so it could be different, and obviously, definitely different for MicroMachine with the earlier factory here.
Oh yeah, that is a little bit earlier.
And no expand for MicroMachine just yet, but we're still going to get a Reaper followed by a Marine.
All right, yeah, well, it is different. Confirmed.
Yeah. So yeah, both of them varying. We'll still get an adept out. There's no additional gateways though. No move out to put a proxy out or anything just yet. So it may be more of a tech up. We'll see.
I think MicroMachine's doing mostly the same. When did he get his?
There's a Twilight.
No, maybe he. What was that?
I don't know. Some blew up. No, I think he got the command center like way early, like before the factory for sure.
Yeah, well, now he's got it's like
So
a
I just don't
build.
think, yeah, this is a straight up 1-1-1, aka the Destiny Cloudfist. Yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, I think it could be a little bit more effective.
Yeah, I mean, it'll certainly hold. It'll hold adept aggression better, but there is not going to be adept aggression there. Instead, we're going to get the Twilight followed by a Robo. Presumably, I was going to say presumably for Immortals, but we've actually, I think, seen -0 get Colossus.
Oh yeah, yeah, it could be cool.
So maybe, but that doesn't make as much sense, really.
Well, I like the Banshees. That's a good choice here.
Yeah, I think Banshees, and we're adding Cloak. Again, there's a Robo, so there should be detection in time. And yeah, there's an Observer starting. But even that is not a guarantee often. And a weird amount of damage being done to this depot.
MicroMachine's a little bit afraid of those Adepts.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be too after the last game. Okay, Cyclone coming down too. That could be really good. Use the Cyclone to pick off the Warp Prism that's being built.
Yeah.
Is this -0's? Was he the one doing the multiple Warp Prisms? Or who was doing that?
No, it was one. Unfortunately, one of the bots that lost. Was it?
Oh, was that Shark Knight? Or not Shark Knight? Whalemean? Was that Whalemean?
Whalemean, I think. Yeah, maybe. Was it? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it was one of the ones that went out. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Whalemean. Yeah. Okay. Well, never mind. I was excited. I thought we were going to see some crazy work.
It's possible -0 does that too. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe that was in the update.
But it looks like we're certainly gearing up for an attack here. And again, there's a tank and some units there, but no bunker position.
Yeah, tank's in a great spot. Just a bunker would be so helpful. Another tank coming out, and there are Banshees as well. So I think this could hold. It's a lot of stalkers coming in.
Yeah, the high ground in particular is really helpful. Blink forward there on that one Cyclone.
I can't blink out.
Yeah. Okay, but there's your pop pickups helping them get out. This is pretty nifty stuff as well. But is he in too far for what's there? He's doing pretty well. Can't get too close to the tank still. It really does a lot of damage.
Can you dodge a siege tank shot by picking up in the Warp Prism?
I don't.
It feels like it's an instant. I think it's an instant.
I think
one
it is.
fire.
I don't think you can. Yeah.
There's not enough time between shot and.
Okay, good cancel on the base there. That's probably all he's going to get done, but that's already a lot.
Oh yeah, if you're holding MicroMachine on one base, you're doing pretty good. Oh, Raven, he really wants that Observer. Oh, the Marines, they could get it. So close.
If he masses up enough, he'd be brave enough to blink in onto that tank, because there is still really just the one, right?
Yeah, he could. Well, I thought a second one built, but maybe it's back a little bit further in the main.
Yeah, possibly. Which is kind of you want it laddered back a little bit, but not even being in sight range is a bit much.
This one, you want one to cover your low ground.
Yeah, now he might blink in.
Oh, he can see the tank. He's starting to get a couple shots off.
Yeah.
Repairs are going down, but it's not enough. There's the second tank. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That one definitely helps, but he's got two on it. It does hold the position.
As long as -0 just holds this position,
yeah,
then he's just in such an advantageous spot. Ooh, not the best blinks there. I get the tank. It's close. Nope.
I keep wondering what is causing a single stalker to kill it so quick. Of course, it's the other tank. So his tanks were doing the most damage to his own tank.
Oh, because they would be on top doing the splash.
Yeah.
Nope, you are not hallucinating, MicroMachine. That is a real Phoenix. I'm assuming that's what he thought.
Yeah.
It was hallucinated.
Yeah, I think that is indeed why he says it. So yeah, I think you're right. Just kind of the ability for this to contain, while -0, we haven't really looked at his side of the map, but it's gone up to 3 bases, and the economy's just rolling here, double the supply, and really nothing that's going to be able to let him drive out this army.
I like this transition into Phoenix. That's really nice to give him the high ground, especially now that Vikings are popping out. The observers just, there it goes. Easy pickings. So you might as well have something quick and even something that can fight a little bit to kind of ward off the Vikings. So that's a really nice addition here, but I think this is eventually going to get cleaned up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's got an immortal coming now too. Once he's got 1 or 2 of those, he should be able to just dance up on these tanks. And there comes the blink forward. If he gets rid of 1, then it becomes a lot easier to deal with just the remaining. But he lost a bit doing that.
That's all right. He can afford it. Yeah. He's got a 4th base on the way. +1 getting close to finish.
He could also lift up, despite having the Phoenix, he hasn't tried to lift the tanks. Going after that Cyclone though.
Yeah, Cyclone's a little bit more of a threat to the Phoenix, so that's a good call. No, this is I think pretty much it. -0, looking like it will take game number 2 here. Putting MicroMachine on his last life. Wow, -0 is just coming in with such aggression.
Yeah, really true. And he's starting to mine out here. Okay, I think this immortal is potentially going to end it.
I mean, we've seen that. We've talked about it. That's how you're going to beat some of these top bots. Sometimes you just got to get the jump on them.
Yeah, there we go. Now the back's completely broken, and he is just overwhelmed.
We're on SCVs. Insert Benny Hill theme here.
Yeah.
And that'll be it. All right.
Go.
Oh, MicroMachine made it so far into this tournament.
Indeed.
And held off some of the most aggressive attacks and stuff, but -0 just seems to have his number.
Yeah. Yeah, those both worked fairly well. I think MicroMachine doesn't usually have to, but I guess MicroMachine is not really equipped to or accustomed to bunkering up or being too defensive, because usually MicroMachine's the one that's kind of on the aggression, on the aggressive side.
Out on the map, harassing, that kind of thing.
And we've seen that a number of times. It's often, particularly in the bot fights with a low number of units, it can be that really initial engagement, like how one army gets to jump on the other, that makes a huge amount of difference. And that's why a bunker is so important, because it cushions you for even 2 seconds if someone jumps on you, to let you get your shit together, basically. Let a tank siege or let an army move into position or whatever. And if you just have, particularly when it's squishy things like Marines, when an army jumps on a bunch of Marines that aren't really with a defensive force, they just die so fast that you've lost 90% of your DPS before you really kind of wake up to the attack. And a bunker just gives you that cushion, but I don't think we've seen MicroMachine do that too much.
Yeah, he's just so much better usually at holding the map and being out and present and stuff. But we'll see what happens here. Game number 3 is ready. MicroMachine versus -0. MicroMachine on his last life. Let's see what happens.
Mind me's.
-0.
-0.
Rap, RR, and unusuals.
MicroMachine.
All right, so MicroMachine calling a build that I think is probably a good choice in this situation. I'm going to try some proxy Marauders. Might as well do it. I think win or lose, we probably have our shortest ProBots evening of all time.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see here. I think this has a lot of potential because -0
Yeah.
always gets to second base, right? Not always. No, pretty
Yeah.
much always.
Pretty much always. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's hard to run any of the things it's doing off a one base economy. It usually has at least 2 prongs to it. So definitely makes sense.
There's a tiny window where this works, right?
Yeah, I think so. And it depends what it is. But yeah, exactly. There's only so much like that this can take. If it's teched up to something, then it's harder. But
well, there's not going to be really any healing with it, so it has to do damage. It can't be passive. It can't be if -0 is able to buy time with adepts or stalkers, then it's just not going to work.
Yeah, it has to immediately like really hurt.
Yeah,
like it has to kill like an initial unit or two. And we're gonna get the concussive with it, which
nice, good call. Oh, you got to do that.
Yeah, you gotta.
I
mean, the ideal is obviously that someone opens stalkers into it. I don't think that'll be the case. We're probably going to get an adept opening. That's
even
still
against adepts. If you can get the adepts on the run and then catch them with the concussive shell, as long as you've got them on the run and you're doing damage.
Yeah, or at least get them on the run enough that you target priority down that pylon.
Yeah,
and just put an end to it all.
Well,
so he's recognized something is wrong, or was going to do this anyway. But chrono boosting out that first adept, and then followed by a stalker. And so there is going to be some window here in which this can do a bit of damage.
The adept is out now, though, and MicroMachine already pulling back. Now the Marauder does outrange the adept, so again, that's where it can be good at just kind of chasing it down.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually,
if he kind of flanks it here, then this is the ideal. The confusion about the shade is annoying.
Oh, one stalker versus one Marauder. Usually it goes to, the stalker should be able to. Oh, it's going to be close. One more shot each. Do it.
Turn around.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
There we go. They got each other.
Yeah.
All right. So that's as long as they're trading, I guess.
I think this is the real threat is for whatever reason they're scared to death of this adept, but now that the shade got out of range, they don't.
Oh, and actually now that he's pinned, just kill it. Yeah, he's going to be able to get it. No, kill it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, now we've got 3 grouped up. The fourth one here.
Good,
yeah. If this trades off evenly again, but comes to the side,
and Marauder gets it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is pretty dangerous now. 4 grouped up Marauders with the damage one coincidentally in the back.
That's good. The best positioning he could hope for. Oh, get the pylon.
All right, Warp Gate finished. The worst Tartosis pylon there's ever been.
Oh, he's targeting it, Endersword.
I don't know if he's targeting it, but he is hitting it.
Well, you'd have to target it because it's not the closest thing. So that.
Oh yeah, some of them seem to just randomly fire at it. But
now he's in here just.
But now he's here. Now it's hard to see what's going to take it out. More Marauders continue to come.
He's doing it. He's making the comeback. Everybody get hyped.
Shooting it.
Oh my goodness, you guys, he's doing it. MicroMachine is going to bring us to another game here. He's going to extend our shortest day ever. Hopefully, we'll see. Yeah, I think this is pretty much over. 23 to 2 armies. Stalkers can't do anything.
And they're going to continue to come in.
Oh boy, MicroMachine, nicely done. And this is why you cannot count MicroMachine out ever. You will always have something up his sleeve. Oh boy, how crazy would that be if MicroMachine got into the finals?
Yeah,
it's been a while since he's been in a grand finals. Yeah, it's been a few seasons, right?
Indeed, it has. I like that he rolls out of this too. You'll notice behind this, he was making tanks, cyclones. He expanded.
Oh, he did. Oh no, I wasn't watching it all.
So yeah, there was a point here where like this is either one or it didn't, and if it didn't, then I got to transition.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually a good thing about it. Often with like lings and stuff, you don't really know when to stop the flood because it could almost always be good to continue. Like sometimes you can ling flood 12 minutes into the game, and it's still you just have to break their defenses a little more. But with the Marauders, it's kind of if the first like 12 didn't win, then the 13th isn't going to.
Yeah.
So you kind of have a point. You're like, okay, now let's transition out.
100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100% Okay. Well, and yeah, it's kind of what MicroMachine is. That's what's made him so strong. Is he can recover, he can adapt, he can keep on building.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can do it in game number 4 here now. Again, MicroMachine just on his last life. He needs to win 2 in a row if he wants to move on to the grand finals. But negativezero just needs 1 more win.
Yeah.
And I think we should see, well, it feels like we've seen something different out of negativezero each time there. So let's see what happens in game number 4 here on ProBots. Let's go.
Mind me's.
Negativezero.
Rap RR and unusuals.
MicroMachine.
Could it be Endersword? Could I get 1 more ace match?
It's possible.
I've only had 1.
Certainly possible. 33%.
See if he can get lucky.
Yeah.
It's no luck. It's all skill, MicroMachine. It's all skill, baby.
Everything is. See if negativezero goes back to like the proxy adept opening.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing MicroMachine do another kind of aggressive build like that. I guess now that he won, he wants to. It's that's psychology. Maybe because negativezero is going to probably switch it up now that he lost.
We got this. Yeah, so
Right.
he's going to do it again.
He is.
Yeah.
Dirty boy.
All
right.
Yeah.
Well, get your bets in.
Yeah, I think this is the adept. So this is back to the other where it was Nexus before Cyber.
That's actually way better for MicroMachine.
And then this probe is out for the adept proxy drop.
It's gonna get weird.
Yeah, it will get a bit weird here. Well, it's proxy versus proxy, but the Marauders should start coming out first. Yeah, 1 at home with the concussive.
I think he's had this build for a while, a couple seasons at least, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if this was an update.
I mean, well, yeah, for the MicroMachine one, you mean? Yeah, he's had it for at least several seasons. It actually did this versus humans.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we've seen this before.
Because I've run into this like several seasons ago playing.
Yeah, I think it is kind of his. He doesn't use it that often. It's more of his ace up the sleeve kind of thing.
Yeah,
you might not expect.
Like definitely meant for Protoss, so you're going to be limited there, and it's probably not your go-to. So,
no concussive shell this time around, or did he get it?
He did get
already done.
It's already done.
Yeah, it researches so fast. It's probably the fastest upgrade.
All right.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah.
What was that War of the Worlds sound there? Are you getting invaded?
Basically. But I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them a call. It'll be fine.
All right. Yeah, this is gonna rip things up. I think again. There is a stalker on the way. More adepts. Adepts, I think, are going to be very helpful in just absorbing a lot of damage here. And yeah, if you can get some good shades. But here come.
It does help them grow up again. The one thing that is like the hope is the understanding of shades by the other units is bad enough that it can paralyze them a little. But
not here apparently.
Yeah, it looks like he's close enough now that it's not going to be a problem there. He snipes it down.
Yeah, he's got
like the 2 shades and stuff were just making it act all weird. But
yeah, because he doesn't know which one to go after necessarily. Yeah.
Okay, the low ground here could be problematic. We've seen a lot of people throw games with this, like the low ground dance, that they don't know that they're close enough, and then they get pushed back. And then this one adept here is just, this is way more trouble than it looked like.
Wow, is this just shut down? I mean, Stim's on the way here. Okay, you get a little pack of Marauders with Stim. Yeah. That's going to be helpful. Oh, but if you lose, okay, he's not going to pull the stalkers down.
Now he's going to attack. But I mean, that's kind of what I was saying. Like a single adept fucked that up so bad.
Yeah.
like by the way that everything was chasing the
Screwed up
shade.
the rally. Yeah.
Yeah, it just never
everything.
collapsed, and then he ended up with 2 units behind, 3 units in front, and they got bonked.
One Marauder does make it in here, and there's going to be Marauders at home defending. Well, Marauder at home defending.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so much here. The SCV is going to need to. Yeah, they're getting pulled to fight a little bit. You could get that one stalker if he targets it down, but
Yeah, you could theoretically end up in a base race situation, but once again, these shades will stop that from happening.
and there's stalkers out, and I don't think there's a lot of airspace on this map.
Yeah, you'd have to chase it down. I don't know if you can go in that top corner. I think you can and get away.
And he's got this. Oh man, I thought MicroMachine was going to bring us to an ace match with his Marauder build once more, but yeah, the Adepts really throwing a kink in that plan. And
Yeah.
-0 is going to move on to our grand finals. Congratulations, Mind Me, and congratulations, Team Eris. We will have an Eris versus -0, a Zerg versus Protoss grand finals next week. And good job. He's in the chat. Blind Midget in the chat. That is author of MicroMachine. Raph RR and Unusual.
Indeed, that was a good effort. Maybe just some. I really think just the increased coding on how to deal with shades when you're, and I bet that is again more the right thing to be doing when you're on the defensive or dealing with them in an army a little bit more. But when you're trying to do an all-in, and a shade tries to like run away behind you, let it.
Yep.
And
there it is. Yeah, in the poll, by the way, dead even 50% on each side.
Yeah.
And that definitely was one of our closer matches of this season. Almost getting to my ace match there. Had it been a best of 3, that might have been an ace match.
Yeah.
If he had pulled that Marauder build out sooner.
Well, it would have. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would have been.
Would have been. Anyway, in another universe. But no, that was it. Those were our 2 best of 5s, and we now have our 2 grand finalists. Again, Eris and -0 will be going up against each other in a best of 7 next week on the 27th. That is Saturday, August 27th at 12 p.m. Eastern, right here on ESChamp. So make sure you're here. Tell everybody you know about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And afterwards, we will have our humans versus ProBots exhibition. I always say the wrong word.
Yeah, exhibition.
Right? Exhibition. Yeah.
Exhibition's a good one.
That's gonna be fun. You're gonna play the bots. You're gonna download them, right?
We'll definitely play them again. Yeah.
Awesome.
Always get to see where I am.
Good tester of skill at these days. So we've got we've got potentially 5 bots to play against. So I know we have 4. We've got MicroMachine you can play against. You can play against Tier, -0, and Eris, and maybe Ketrock. We'll see if that ends up working. So yeah, download the client again on Monday. We should be sending out the link. You can get that information on the forum. If you're in our Crown Club, you'll get an email, I think. Again, you also get free artwork. Our artwork for the season will be sent to you if you're in the Crown Club soon. And this was a good day of games. I'm super excited for our grand finals next week.
Me too.
Should be good.
I think it'll be quite good. I think it's again a rematch of what we had a few seasons back, and where -0 took it. But yeah,
I think it was last season. Or wait, was it 2 seasons ago they played, or was it last season as well?
Maybe they did.
We don't have the Wikipedia updated, so I can't tell.
Yeah, but it's a good one. I think I figured we'd end up with these 2 at the start of the season, and that is how it panned out. So yeah, I think we'll see. Shades can be annoying to even the best, so we'll see how that pans out.
This is going to be good. It will be great. And thank you again, everybody, for being here on day 7 of ProBots. This again was the end of our normal season. We now just have our grand finals remaining. Thank you for sticking around this whole time, and hopefully you enjoyed it. And we will do another season once this one wraps up. So make sure, again, you join the forum or the Discord so you can stay up to date with what's going on there. And in between seasons, we always do a lot of extra shows. Drekken puts on a lot of extra content for you all. He does a lot of really good work behind the scenes with interviews and game nights and stuff like that. But yeah, check it out. We'll be there. It should be good. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you all next week. Again, Saturday, the 27th, 12 p.m. Eastern. Bookmark it. Be there. It'll be a lot of fun. Anything you want to say before we wrap things up, Endersword?
Just good season. If you like the format, we'd like to hear that too, because we've switched from the double elim to the group GSL style groups into bracket. If you like that, let us know between seasons which you preferred and whatever.
Or what you think can work better.
Yeah.
We're always looking to make this better for you all and make it look better, make it run smoother, all that.
Yeah. So get in the comments.
Yeah, leave a comment, leave a like. Oh yeah, hit that. I didn't even hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. Get us a little visibility, get us some love, and let everybody know about ProBots. I can't even see. There's the thumbs up there. There it is.
It's down there. It's down there.
I have the window. When you scrunch the window, it gets rid of that little section for some reason. Anyway, thank you all once again for being here on day 7 of ProBots Season 2 of 2022. Please be here next week for our grand finals. And again, get those games in and send us your replays. Go play against the bots. You'll get that link on Monday. So if you're watching the VOD and it's Monday, you should have a link, I believe, in the description below. We'll post a link for that as well, where you can go download the client. And yeah, send us your games. We'd love to see them. All right, that's it. Thank you again to our bot authors. Seriously, a great job this season. You all did phenomenal. Big shout out to our production team, keeping things running. Laddie, Kaiser, Drekken, and Kaowin. And don't forget, Kaowin in 2 days' time, actually on Saturday, last note, will be playing against the bots in a show match, the ProBots Bounty. He will play against 4 bots, and every time the bot wins, they get $10. So come check it out. I believe he might stream it on Twitch or something, but you can definitely watch it live, and we'll have VODs of it and clips of it after the fact. So check it all out. All right, that's it. Go home, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a good night. Go home, everybody.